count.
A test, you mean?
Yeah, just count.
Audio test.
Audio test.
Audio test.
Okay, go ahead. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hi, welcome to our next virtual demo sponsored by Nature's Food Patch in downtown Clearwater. Today we're going to make a no chicken noodle soup. I loved my mother's chicken noodle soup growing up. Whenever we were sick, that's what she made. It's a great comfort food. So right now with the pandemic that's going on, I think we're all craving some comfort food. So we're going to start by making some no chicken broth. So flavor and nutritional yeast is a great source of vitamin B12. Then I've got some onion powder, some garlic powder, some thyme, some rubbed sage, some paprika, turmeric. Oh, I want all my paprika out of there. Some celery seed, and some parsley. So I'm just going to use my mortar and pestle to mix it up and to grind it. There's not really anything that's whole in there other than the celery seed. So we're just going to get that all into a fine consistency. And then the beauty of this is, and you can use it for any dish where you would want a mock chicken flavor. The beauty of making this is it will make a batch, which I will store in a sealed container in my pantry. It does not need to be refrigerated. And for every 1 cup of chicken broth, we're going to use 1 tablespoon of the powder. So for my reconstitution of my soy curls, I'm using 4 tablespoons, which is a 1/4 cup, and I've got 4 cups of boiling water. So I'm going to mix that up. Oh, it smells good. It smells like chicken broth. This is amazing. And then for our soy curls, these need to be reconstituted, and these are available in the bulk section of Nature's Food Patch. They're not a bulk item, but they are bagged, sitting in the bulk section. So I have a 1/2 bag of Butler soy curls, and I'm going to pour my broth in here to reconstitute my soy curls. So you could use plain water, but this is going to give my soy curls more of a mock chicken flavor. So I'm going to let this reconstitute, and I'm going to let this sit for 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so on to our next step for our no chicken noodle soup. I would typically fix this on top of my stove, but today I'm going to make it in my Instant Pot. So if you're not familiar with what an Instant Pot is, I love these. Actually, I have 3 of them. I'm going to start on the saute function, and I'm going to saute an onion. You can hear that my pan is hot. I'm not using any oil. And some celery. And some carrot. So I'm going to let this saute on my saute function of my Instapot. And the beauty of an Instapot is this replaces so many appliances. It replaces a slow cooker because I can saute whatever I need and then just turn it to a slow cooker and only use 1 pan instead of 2. It's also a rice cooker, it's a yogurt maker, it's a pressure cooker. So it is a very efficient appliance to have in your kitchen. So while we're sauteing that a little bit, I've got my no chicken broth that I've made from our powder. So once my vegetables saute, then I'll be adding the mushrooms. And then I'm going to use a combination of the no chicken broth as well as some low sodium organic vegetable broth. Again, everything that we're using today is available at Nature's Food Patch. Don't want that yet. So I'm going to add my mushrooms. So I'm just going to brown everything here. And the beauty of this no chicken broth is all my spices are in the broth. So I don't really have to add any spices. I am going to add a little bit of tamari and a little bit of miso paste, but all of my spices are in this no chicken broth. So I've got my vegetables sautéing in my Instapot on the sauté function. And today we're going to be using, to make this oil and gluten-free, we're going to be using a brown rice pasta. And this brand is Tiki-Yada, again available in the pasta aisle at Nature's Food Patch. The only difference or caution I would give you in using brown rice pasta, if I were using whole wheat pasta, I would pour the pasta in my soup with the broth and just let it cook in the broth. But a lot of times brown rice pasta will get mushy, so I'm actually going to cook it in a separate pot and then add it to my soup. So my vegetables are browning nicely. I'm going to add my broth. So I've got 6 cups of my no chicken broth, which is going to give me that mock chicken flavor.
That hot?
Yes, this is hot. I boiled my water. So again, it's 1 cup of water to 1 tablespoon of the broth. So I've got 6 cups of the chicken broth, and then I'm going to add 3 to 4 cups of the low sodium vegetable broth. And then we're going to let this simmer for about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to add some tamari. And I'm going to add a bay leaf. And then I'm going to add some white miso paste. This is made from soybeans. If you are looking to eliminate soy, which we can't do in this recipe with the soy curls, but in a normal recipe that had no other soy, there is a chickpea miso that is soy-free. But today we're using the white miso. So we're going to let this cook for 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll finish it up by adding our pasta, our reconstituted soy curls, and some chickpeas. My kitchen smells amazing. I wish you could smell it because it smells like chicken noodle soup. So to finish our soup, we are going to add some chickpeas, and I buy all of my beans from dry. These are available in the bulk section at Nature's Food Patch, and in my Instant Pot, under pressure, these cook in 40 minutes, no soaking required. So this is a great way to save money by buying your beans dry. So we've got 1.5 cups, which would be the equivalent of 1 can. Yes, you could buy cans, but I make all of my beans from dry. So I'm adding what would be the equivalent of 1 can of chickpeas. And then I'm going to add my soy curls, which have been reconstituted in the no chicken broth. And the beauty about soy curls is they will take on the flavor of whatever you mix them with. So because I reconstituted these with the no chicken broth, That tastes like chicken.
That's good.
That really tastes like chicken. So I'm going to add my soy curls to my soup. And then lastly, I'm going to add my brown rice pasta. You can see my pan is going to be completely full. And then I'm just going to let this heat up enough to heat the soy curls all the way through and the chickpeas. And then we'll plate this up and do a little taste test. So while we're waiting for it to heat through, again, everything we use today is available at Nature's Food Patch. The store is open every day. If you prefer to shop online, then please click on their link on their website using Instacart for either curbside pickup or no contact delivery. So today we're going to garnish our soup with just a little bit of freshly ground white pepper and then some beautiful radish microgreens. So let's get our bowl over here. And I'll just show you our soup. So we've got our soy curls and our mushrooms and our carrots and our pasta. So I'm going to put some of this in a bowl. And if you're a fan of chicken noodle soup, but you're whole food plant-based, this is an excellent option. This reminds me of my mother's chicken noodle soup while I was growing up. So I'm gonna clean my plate up. Where's my rag? A little bit of white pepper. A little bit of radish microgreens, which the microgreens are also available in the store at Nature's Food Patch. So let's do a little taste test of our chicken, no chicken noodle soup. And I typically do not eat soup the same day I make it. I prefer to let it sit overnight in the refrigerator so that the flavors infuse. But this is an excellent soup. I hope you enjoyed our recipe. Please share the recipe. Thank you for watching. Please shop at Nature's Food Patch. And be safe and be well, and we'll see you next month. Thank you for watching.